Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Wreaths and Things, and today I'm going to show you how to make a base deco mesh wreath using the POOF method. What am I going to use today? A 14-inch wire wreath frame, 21-inch deco mesh. I have scissors as well, glue gun and glue sticks for those embellishments, a ruler, and some pipe cleaners. First, a little Wreath 101. This is a 14-inch wire wreath frame and it has 4 wires that go all the way around with crossbars every now and then. And we are going to use all of those 4 wires for our wreath today. First, we're going to make a wreath form, but that's a Wreath 101. So why don't we get started and create our own working wreath form. And I have my chenille stems. Since I'm going to use a lime green deco mesh today, I'm going to use green chenille stems. And what I'm going to do first is the inside wire, and I'm going to attach the chenille stems or the pipe cleaners onto that anchor. So every time we see an anchor on that first wire is where I'm going to feed through the pipe cleaner, fold it in half, and then give it a couple of good twists. Now what you'll see later on that I do is I actually use that glue gun and glue sticks and I glue these in place so they don't move around. But I'm going to do that for my first inner wire all the way through. Then on the second wire, I'm going to use the same thing. So I'm going to twist it around the second wire right in between there where the anchor is. So you see me do the first one, I'm going to do another one for you as well, and then we're just going to twist that around. And I'm just going to make sure I get every single anchor on there. I think there's 6 anchors in total all the way around. Now I'm going to do that third wire and I'm going to find the middle. So here's where I put a little bit of glue down and then I just twist that pipe cleaner around and let it dry for a little bit. So a little dot of glue right in the middle, feed that pipe cleaner through and then twist it all around and let it dry for a little bit. Now I know this gets a little messy or it looks a little messy, but trust me, it'll make the wreath so full, you're gonna love it. And of course, if you watch my channel for a while now, you know that I love a good full wreath. So I ran out of the green and I'm just gonna use a black one right here, which is actually totally fine because I use this as a starting point when I do my POOF method. So I'm just gonna lay out all of my pipe cleaners, kind of get it a little more organized. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the 21-inch deco mesh. So this one's like a lime green color. I have used this before. I did another video doing the loop and curl method. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to post it right in the top right-hand corner. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch out, or actually unravel a little bit of my deco mesh. I'm going to fold it over just a little bit such that you don't see that fraying at the end. And then I'm just going to gather that all together, bringing my fingers in towards each other and then holding that. And then on the outside wire, so this one just happens to be the black one that I'm going to start with. That's going to be my starting point. I'm going to place that in there in between the 2 chenille stems and give it a good twist just to hold that in place. And this is where we are going to start with the POOF method. Now grab your ruler and I'm going to do 10-inch spacings. So that's 10-inch lengths of the deco mesh in between each one of my poofs. So I just grab with my left hand, pull with my right, grab that 10 inches, and then I'm going to take the next chenille stem on the same wire and I'm going to place it right in between those 2 stems and do the exact same thing we did with the first one. Just twist it all around, and then what I'll do is that's going to create a nice big poof for us. So you can unpoof it as you go, or you can do it at the very end. That's totally up to you. Depends on, your working style and if you want to do that or not. So again, we're going to go over the 10 inches. I'm going to hold it with my right hand, place it in there, and then I'm just going to twist those chenille stems a couple of times, about 3 or 4 times, and then you keep that in place. And again, you just measure all the way until you are done your first round. And of course, I'm using 10 inches. If you want to use a little bit more or a little bit less, that's totally up to you. Using less will give you a little bit smaller poof. Using more will give you a larger poof. And I'm coming up at the very end. So I'm measuring my last 10 inches and I find my start, and I'm just going to attach my last section onto the first section, and I'm going to twist that pipe cleaner around again to make sure it's nice and secure. So we have the outside one done. Now we're going to come into the next wire. So that's the second wire coming in, and I'm going to find that chenille stem, and then I'm not going to cut my deco mesh. I'm just going to keep going with the same process. So what you've done is you've gone all the way around the outside. So that's the third wire in from the center. And now we're working on the second wire from the center with all those chenille stems, just attaching it in and making it nice and secure. And you can already see my wreath is looking a little bit full now. Don't you just love it? And I'm almost coming back to the very beginning again. It's all looking beautiful, and I just finished that section. I finished the inside section as well, and we're just going to continue now, and I'm actually going to do an angle. So I have finished all 3 lines, and now I'm going to come on the outside. So I'm going from the inside to the outside. So here I do my 10 inches. I'm on the inside wire right now, and I'm going to do a diagonal to the outside chenille stem. I hope that makes sense. Of course, you don't have to do this. For me, I just find this method adds a little bit more poof to the wreath. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on the outside wire on an angle going into the inside wire. So again, we've done 3 layers of poof, and now I'm coming in, I'm going to do just a little bit more, adding those on the angle, going from the inside to the outside, outside to the inside. And I just continue doing that right until the very end. And once I finish, of course, you're going to see, I'll fluff it all up for you. You're going to see how beautifully full this wreath becomes. So here I am, I'm doing the last one. I'm trying to find that start chenille stem because sometimes it does get lost. There it is. And I'm just going to tie that off right there. And for me, I work outside, inside, but you can totally work from the inside, outside if you want. It's totally up to you. And then I decide I'm going to just do one more diagonal poof just to fill in that one little area there. And look at that. I haven't even fluffed it up, and look how gorgeous it looks so far. Gorgeous and full. So I'm just going to cut the rest of the deco mesh because I didn't use the entire roll. And what you can do at this point is you can add on any embellishments, bows, or whatever you want to add on to it. You can do the bows and then add them to the chenille stems as well because they're still sticking up. And here all I'm doing is I'm taking the tail end and I'm just wrapping it around to the back, and I'm going to use a chenille stem to keep that in place, just to kind of tidy everything up. But like I was saying with the chenille stems, if you want to add bows, you totally can. And what I'll do is in one of my future videos, people have been requesting to see how I actually decorate these base wreaths. So I'm going to show you guys in the near future how I do that as well. For this one, I'm just going to stop it here because right now, I mean, you can do anything with this wreath, add anything you want. I just tucked the chenille stems in the back to show you how full this wreath is. But here is your base wreath using 21-inch Deco mesh for the poof method. And there you go. Those are the chenille stems that I was talking about, that you can put ribbons or anything in there if you want. And if not, if you want it just plain, you can just cut it off. But there you have it, your poof method base Deco mesh wreath using 21-inch Deco mesh. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, why not give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.